Do you think money has time value?
Yes, absolutely.
Does it change by time? Anybody? At least one, please. Are you?
We
yes.
couldn't hear you. We lost the.
Sorry, Doctor, we lost the signal. Or sorry, we
Okay.
don't have. We
Are
cannot
you
hear you
seeing this
probably.
screen now? Okay, screen now.
We're losing you.
Okay, are you seeing the screen now?
Yes.
Are you
Yes.
seeing the screen now?
Yes.
Okay. Anyone can tell me whether money has time value?
Yes, absolutely.
One year. I gave him and he sincerely returned them after exactly 1 year. Did I do a good gesture?
No.
I'm not hearing you. Why I didn't do a good gesture?
Because of the inflation, like the value of money.
Inflation. But
Yeah.
he is a friend of mine.
That doesn't matter, actually.
Doesn't matter. Okay. How much did I lose in doing so? What did I lose?
It depends on like inflation percentage.
If the inflation is 10%, so I lost 10%.
Yep.
All right. What other than inflation I lost?
Time.
Time. What do you mean by time? So it's not measured by money?
Yeah. I mean, if you invest the money in something with, like income, right? Like whatever, like shares, real estate, whatever, it will generate income, but you just, like you didn't do anything actually, but you lost the value of money.
What's your good name? Hello. What's your good name, my dear? Let me write it down.
Sorry, doctor, but I cannot hear you like in a proper way.
Okay, what's your good name?
My good name? Mo.
Yes.
Muhammad.
Muhammad.
Yes.
Okay, Muhammad. You are the one who answered the question that I lost the opportunity to invest my money, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Let us see the answer. I lost an opportunity to put them in the bank, if not invested them somewhere. and get an annual interest. If the annual interest is 7%, so I lost 7%, which is $700. So the value of money changes over time. So as we agreed, money has time value. And what we call this opportunity cost, the cost of my opportunity to invest something, to invest my money. Or we call it cost of capital. So the $10,000, they are my capital and they have a cost. If I invest them in the bank, I will get more money on them. That's why I lost my cost of capital or I lost my opportunity cost. Is this clear to everyone? Is this clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Now, how do I calculate the 700 if it's 7%? Anybody has a clue? Let me tell you the formula to calculate things. FV means future value of money. Since money are affected by time due to interest rate, then it has present value right now, and the future value, it's different amount of money. So if I deposited my $10,000 in the bank, that offers me 7%, therefore the future value of my money after 1 year will be increased. What is the formula for this calculation? The future value of my money will be equal to my present value, which is the $10,000, multiplied by 1 plus the interest rate raised to the power n, which is the number of years or number of periods. Is this formula clear to everyone? Look at this FV where my mouse is. FV equal $10,000 multiplied by 1 plus 0.07, which is 7%.
Which is
raised
700.
to the power 1. The future value of money is 10,700. So the difference is the amount I lost. Okay, suppose I really deposited my money in the bank for 3 years. What would be the formula? How would
700 into 3, 2,100.
No, not like that, my dear. You will apply the same formula. FV equal $10,000 into 1 plus 0.07 and the n, which is number of periods.
Okay, number of 3 years. Okay, not 1, it's 3 it will be. Yeah.
3 years, exactly. So the future value of money, it will be 12,250.43 cents. Is this clear for everyone? Because this is the base. If we understand this one, everything will be smooth and easy. Anybody does not understand this formula, please raise your hand or shoot the question.
Sorry, doctor, can we again recalculate again how it's coming 12,250, which is 10,000?
10,000, open the bracket, 1 plus the interest rate, which is 0.07, 7%. So it will be 107.
Okay.
1.07, right? The 1.07 multiplied to the power 3, multiplied by itself for 3 times, and then multiply it by 10,000. Do you have a calculator?
Yeah.
How much is it?
Yes, okay, 12,250, yes.
12,250. So how much I lost if I gave him for 3 years?
2,250.
Exactly. Yes. All of us on the same platform, did we understand this formula very well? Please, I need everyone to say yes.
Yes.
Yes, for me.
Good.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I like that, because if we understand this one,
We understand the formula, but why we add 1 plus?
Yeah, this is the formula. Because if I want to derive the formula to you, I need to have a black blackboard and tell you exactly what's going on, but this is the formula.
Maybe, doctor, if you can share it in Excel.
You can, okay.
If you, please, yeah,
Gentlemen,
yes, okay, the formula, just okay to understand how it is, you know, in the Excel.
in Excel,
Yeah, please.
okay. Should I do it in Excel for you? Do you want me to do it in Excel for you?
Yeah, doctor, please.
I didn't hear you well.
Yes, doctor, please.
Look, the future value, which is FV, is equal to value of the money right now, multiplied by 1 plus the interest rate, raised to the power n, which is number of years or number of periods. Is it clear? Let me tell you one thing. You put your $10,000 in the bank. The bank is giving you 7%. So 7% multiplied by the $10,000, it will be 700. 700 plus the $10,000, it will become 10,700.
Yes.
So if you put your $10,000 in the bank for 7%, the year you will receive them 10,700. How is it calculated? With this formula, FV equal PV into 1 plus I to the power n. Is it clear?
Doctor,
Yep.
I can ask about I. It's a fixed or change. It will be changed for when I took I changed the bank. It's a 5 or 7 or 6.
Yes, yes, exactly. I is the interest rate. Interest.
Okay, okay.
Okay. If the bank gives you 5, so the I is 5. If the bank gives you 4.5, the I is 4.5%. Okay.
Okay, it's clear.
Clear.
Yeah.
And the n is the number of years or number of periods, because you might agree with the bank to give you 1% every month. So after 1 year, it means 12 months. So n is equal to 12. It's number of periods. It depends on your agreement with the bank. But normally, n is almost all the time is 1 year. N is per year. They make it annually. That's why the banks will tell you 5%. He does not tell you per year or per annum, because it's defaulted 5%. That means for 1 year. Okay.
Okay, it's clear.
Clear. All right. What factor other than interest has impact on the value of money? Muhammad just said it just a few minutes back.
The time?
No, time does not have impact. There is something that has
Inflation.
impact. Inflation. That's correct. Inflation. So what you are losing is your opportunity cost, your cost of capital, your interest, plus the inflation. So if you lend a friend $10,000 and he returns them back to you $10,000, though you did a good gesture, but you lost some money. Are we all in agreement with that?
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Okay, let us test your ability to shuffle your brain a little bit now. So money has a future value, But since it has a future value, it has a present value. Let us calculate the present value of money. To calculate the present value of money, we play with the same formula, because this formula is the mother of all finance formulas. FV equal PV into 1 plus I to the power n. Okay. Now, how much would be, if you can play with algebra, what is PV equal to what? Divide FV by 1 plus I to the power n, and divide this side by 1 plus I to the power n, cancel this with this, and PV will be equal to FV divided by 1 plus I to the power n. So the same formula. Is this understandable? Hello. Is this understandable?
Yes.
Is it difficult? Is it difficult? This is grade 10 math. It's very easy, because if you multiply PV times 1 plus I to the power n, it will be equal to FV multiplied by 1. This is it. So present value of money is equal to the future value divided by plus I to the power n. We will write it equal to FV multiplied by 1 over 1 plus I to the power n. Did we understand that? Because we need to understand that to understand the whole lesson.
Doctor, please, can you repeat it again? Sorry, it's a little bit confused now.
Okay. You have the mother of all formulas, which is FV equal to PV multiplied by 1 plus I to the power n. Is it clear now, so far?
Yeah, this one's clear. Yeah.
Okay. What PV is equal to? From
Present
this
value.
formula,
Hmm.
present value divided by 1 plus I to the power n, this part.
Mhm.
Present value is equal to future value divided by 1 plus I to the power n. Correct?
Uh-huh. Which equal, okay, future values. Okay, one. Oh, okay.
All right.
It's
So
the
we-
reversible.
Only the
formula.
change. Okay, only the difference here, boss. It is the number one, which is here,
Yeah,
which is
the
present
number
value,
one,
which
the
is
num-
future value. Only the one is a difference, but the formula is the same, boss.
exactly. The formula exactly the same. Now
Yeah, yeah,
I got FV outside
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
and I put 1 here.
Yeah, put one. Yes, exactly. So yeah.
Exactly.
Yes,
If we
sounds clear.
understand, yeah, it's clear. If we understand that, everyone, all the students, I need them to say, yes, we did. That means all the lesson will be ice cream, piece of cake.
That's okay.
All
Yes,
right,
for me,
because
yes.
of this
Yes.
weather. All right, thank you. So we call this 1 over 1 plus I to the power n, we call it discount factor.
Discount factor, DF. Okay.
DF, discount factor. So the formula becomes present value is equal to future value multiplied by discount factors. Agreed?
Present value equal future
Yes, yes.
value multiply discount factor. Okay.
Yes. That's why you hear some people, the finance managers, they will tell you, well, if you have an invoice that you cannot collect, and the value of your invoice is $1,000, he will tell you, I pay you 900. Can you give me this invoice for 1,000 because you are not able to collect it? You will agree because you are not able to collect it. He has his own channels to collect it from the customer. He will get the 1,000. You got the idea?
Yes, doctor. It's like the collection department in the banks for the loans.
Yes, yes.
And for
yes,
example, okay, if
exactly.
somebody take a loan, And
Yes.
the bank cannot get this amount. So what we will do, they will use, let's say, outsourcing collection department, you know?
At the
Uh,
collection
like-
department, what he will say, I will get them not with their value, with discounted.
Yes,
It
exactly.
is, if it's 1 million, I will buy it for 800,000. Would you agree? You will tell me yes, because I'm
Yes,
not able to
agree,
collect
because
them.
yes, okay, 800 is okay, it's better than nothing, you know?
Exactly. Exactly. That we mean by this that he made discounting, that he multiplied it by a discount factor. This is his commission.
This is the DF.
Okay.
Good.
Agreed?
Yeah, doctor, agree.
Yes, doctor.
I'm not hearing you.
Yes, doctor, agree, yeah.
Yes. Okay. That's why we say discounting cash flow, DCF. Okay.
Yeah, doctor, yes.
All right. Now, I will give you another example. Suppose you wish to have $50,000 saved in the end of 5 years. Your bank offers 4% interest on fixed deposit. How much must you deposit today for 5 years to meet your goal, or just today, one time?
How much you must deposit today to meet your goal? Okay.
I will repeat the question. To have $50,000 after 5 years, so you want to hide some money to for the education of your son. All right. Suppose you wish to have $50,000 saved in the ready for you at the end of 5 years. How much today you have to put the deposit in the bank that offers you 4%? How much money you should save, you put in the bank? The solution, it's exactly the same formula. We are looking for the present value of this money. The future value is given to us, which is the future value will be $50,000. No, we are looking for the present value.
41,000 and 096 according to form.
How is it?
Yeah, according to my calculator, 41.096.
Yes. Look at the red font here. Present value of the money. If I put $41,096.45
After 4 years will be 50,000.
Yes. That's why we need to calculate the present value. The future value is known because with the mother of all formulas we told you about. Now we are calculating the present value. Okay, I'll give you another example. Look at this 1 divided by 1.04 to the power 5. We call it discount factor. It's calculated as 0.8. So the 50 multiplied by 0.8219, it will give 41,096.45 cents. Okay. All are clear?
Give us example without result.
Say it again, please.
Give us question only, no solution. We will.
You are not seeing the solution?
No, we need a question without solution. We will do it.
Okay, I will give you now. This is it. I gave a friend $25,000. He promised to give them back to me on 2 payments consecutively. $10,000 the first year and $15,000 the next year, on December of every year, over the next 2 years. Banks are offering 5% interest rate on fixed deposit. How much those prepayments are worth right now? What is the present value of those payments, the 10,000 and the 15,000? Can you solve this? If you can solve this, you are eligible for a break. Only you.
Give us a minute.
All right, I'll give you a minute. I'll say the example again. I gave a friend $25,000. He said, I'll give them back to you on two consecutive years. 10,000 the first payment and 15,000 the next payment. The banks are offering 5% right now. So how much those repayments, I mean repayments, which is the one that he is going to give me. He's going really to give me $25,000, 10 plus 15. But what is the present value right now? Because he's gonna keep them for 2 years. I want to know how much I lost.
Doctor, can you go just one page back just to write the formula?
Yes, I can.
No cheating, no.
Just yes.
Present value equal to future value divided by 1 plus I to the power n. Okay? Did you write it?
Yes.
All right. Back to the example. I gave a friend $25,000. He promised to give them back to me 10,000 the first year and 15,000 the next year. Banks are offering 5% interest. How much those prepayments are worth right now? I'm looking, when I say right now, that means I'm looking for the present value. The formula for present value, you know it. Present value is equal to future value divided by 1 plus I to the power n. The minute is over, dear. Are you ready?
1 minute,
Doctor,
1 minute.
27,500.
27,500. I will see. Let us wait for the other guy. He says, 1 minute, 1 minute. Okay,
Okay,
I'm
doctor.
giving him 1 minute. It's an enjoying session because this is a fact of your life. You are living it every single damn day. By the way,
26,600.
26,600. Okay, and our friend says 27,500. Let us see the solution. Are you ready for the solution? Say yes.
I counted before I counted for the first year total 25,000 for 1 year for 4 person. The second year, because he give me back 10,000, 15,000 only for the second year. Am I correct?
You are 100% correct. Solution. You have two present values because he's giving me back 10,000 the first year after 1 year, and another 2 years he will give me 15,000. So the first present value, future value is 10,000 divided by 1 plus 0.5, which is the interest rate for 1 year. And the other present value for the 15,000 part, which is he's going to keep them for 2 years.
But
It's
I
15.
think it's correct, Doctor.
All right, so the present value of first one, 9,523. Present value of the second one, the 15,000 is 13,605. And the present value of the repayments, both one, you add them together. So it is 23,129. So someone has, one of you or both of you miscalculated the formula.
No, we calculate that we give and we are waiting interest. I did not count the future value. I did not calculate the present value, the future value.
You calculated the
Because
future.
we give it 20,000, 25,000 for the friend.
Mhm.
It should be the future value, not the present value, what we collect, because we are losing over the 2 years.
Exactly. You are losing. So the ones that he is going to give you 10,000 and 15,000, they are worth now 23, not 25. So you should calculate the present value, not the future value. The future value is what he is going to give you after 1 year, 10,000. After 2 years, 15,000. So you should calculate the present value. Did you understand it?
Sorry,
Yep.
doctor. Sorry, just explain to me. I give him 25,000. The present value, how it is? Okay, 23rd.
Yes. The present value of the repayments, not of the 25 itself.
Okay.
He's going to give me 10 and 15, right?
Okay.
The present value of the 10, which is after 1 year, is equal to 9,523. And the present value of the 15, which is going to give me 13,605. The sum of both is 23,129. So he is going to, I will recover after 2 years, I will receive 23,129. I lost how much?
Around 1,800 or 900, something like this.
Yes, 1,870.
Yeah.
Is this clear?
Doctor, how about the interest? In case he put this amount in the bank for these 2 years, how we will calculate the interest, the bank interest?
The bank interest, then you are looking for future value, because the bank will increase your money after 1 year or 2 years, right?
Yes.
So you are looking for future value. If you want to know the future value of those, and this friend has put them in the bank, you use the future value, this formula. Future value is equal to present value multiplied by 1 plus I to the power n. N is equal to 2 years.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
Clear. Yes.
Is this clear, guys?
Yes, doctor.
Okay.
The formula
Just
is clear, doctor, but the solution for the question, we take it as the opposite way. That I give you 25,000 and I calculate how much I will get the profit if I did not give them and give him and I kept it in the bank.
that means
That's
you
what-
did not understand the question, my dear. You got it now. You got it right, but you did not understand the question. The question, how much those repayments are worth right now. The repayments, the 10 and the 15. Not my payment. The repayment that he's going to give me back. Okay.
Okay.
I need that guy to say, okay, to move. My dear friend, who asked the question.
Okay, doctor. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you so much. Yes.
You are welcome, man. All right. So I lost 1,870. Now, this is how we play with money. It depends on the time we are receiving the money. You calculate the present value, depend on the time, depending on the time. The first 10,000 I'm receiving if after 1 year, I calculate the present value for 1 year. And the second 50 payment, which is 15,000, I'm getting them after 2 years. So it's different. That's why we calculated the present value of the repayments. The repayments are worth 23,129. Okay. Now, let us make a bit harder example, which is extremely easy now. Sorry?
What is the present value?
Tell me.
Sorry,
What's the
doctor. I'm
question?
reading. Sorry.
Discounting multiple cash flows and discounting factors. the present value of those expected future annual flows. We are expecting cash flows to come to us every year. Okay, suppose we have coming to us at year 1, 3,000, year 2, 4,000, year 3, 5,000, and year 4, I'm expecting $6,000. I want to know what is those expected cash flows coming to me. The easiest way to do it is you draw a line from 0 to 5 to 4. At year 1, we are expecting 3,000. At year 2, we are expecting 4. Year 3, expecting 5. And year 4, expecting 6. At year 1, the rate is 5%. It's given here up there in red. At year 1, the discounting factor is 1 over 1 plus 0.05 to the power 1. At year 2, 1 over 1 plus 0.05 to the power 2. At year 3, same thing to the power 3. At year 4 to the power 4. Okay? Calculate them now. This is the discounting factor. The future value that is coming to me, expected 3,000 multiplied by the discounting factor, which is that much. So the first $3,000 are worth right now 2,857. The 4,000 that are coming after 2 years, they are worth 3,628. And the third payment, which is 5,000, it's right now it's worth 4,319, and so forth. The sum of all of them, they are the present value of all those cash flows coming to me. They will be 15,740. Is this clear?
Yes, yes.
Yes, it's very clear. And if this is clear, all the rest are peanuts. Because it's hot in Dubai, they are all ice cream.
Doctor, I have a question.
Go ahead,
So,
shoot.
yeah, for this formula, so why we are calculating this discounting cash flow?
Yeah, very good
What's
question.
the purpose of this?
Yes, if you are expecting a cash flow of 3,000 next year, you are expecting how much money you have right now from this 3,000. If you definitely you will get it. You will get it definitely for sure. 3,000 you will get after 1 year. In fact, at year 0, which is right now, if you have 2,857, you put them in the bank for 5%, it will become 3,000 next year. So they are worth now 2,857. That's why we always calculate the present value. How much is it right now? How much it is worth right now?
Okay. Thank you.
Anything in the future, although you're gonna get it, yes, but it's really worth right now differently, less. That's why if you are expecting 3,000 next year, I will tell you, my dear, I will give you, you are expecting an invoice next year, $3,000. I will tell you, my dear, give me right now 2,800 and I will get the invoice from you. He can put it, if he put it in the bank, he will give it, he will receive it, he will collect it himself.
Okay.
So if you have an invoice and you want the money right now, you cannot sell the invoice with its value. No, you will give me, if your invoice is 3,000, you will ask a friend, give me 2,500 and take the invoice, collect it yourself after 1 year. He will accept.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Understood. Yes.
Understood. Because many companies, we studied about last session, we studied about accounts receivables, right?
Yes.
The accounts receivables, they might not collect it.
True.
What they do, if the accounts receivables is $1 million, they will get a collecting company. They will tell them, take 800,000, give us 800,000 and take our accounts receivable. You collect them yourself. He will employ someone, start calling people and raising cases about in courts, blah, 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 blah. He will collect the 1 million. If he could collect all of them, that means he got 200,000 difference commission. Okay. That's why we call them discount. I got it from you, discounted.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
Understood. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Doctor, can I ask a question, please?
Shoot.
Okay, doctor, is there any possibility present value to be equal for the future value?
No way, unless the interest rate is equal to 0%.
Unless that interest?
The interest rate is 0%.
Okay, so with 0% of the interest.
Yes, because the discount factor, what will be? 1/1, which is 1. 1 plus 0 is 1, right? So 1/1 is equal to 1. So the amount is not affected. All right?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Now the types of payments. Either you are getting one payment after 5 years, after 1 year, after 3 years, after whatever, and years, or you are expecting annual cash flow coming to you, multiple cash flows. And the multiple cash flows, we have two types. Either equal stream at end of year, $2,000, $2,000, $2,000, $2,000 at end of each year, or unequal stream of cash flows. First year is 3,000, second year is 5,000, third year is 7,000, fourth year is 2,000. Okay, unequal streams. So the multiple cash flow depends either equal cash flows or unequal cash flows. So we have 3 formulas for those, how to calculate the present value. Okay. Say okay, please.
Okay.
All right. The present value of a single amount, we already done it. The present value is equal to FV multiplied by 1 plus 1 of 1 plus I to the power n. Okay. Now, present value of single amount example, we already done the example. I'm just giving you the example many times so it will be stuck in your brain. Paula Abdu wishes to find present value of the 1,700 that will be received after 8 years. Paula's opportunity cost is 8%. What is the present value of this 1,700? Extremely easy. 1,700 divided by 1 plus 0.08, which is 8%. This is raised to the power 8, which is 8 years. And the calculation will be 918. So the 1,700, which I'm expecting after 8 years, it's worth right now 918 only. Because if I put the 918 in the bank right now for 8 years at 8%, I will receive them 1,700 after 8 years. Is this clear?
Yes, yes, clear.
Yes. I like to hear the ladies saying yes, because ladies and math are not that good normally. And when I hear ladies saying yes, that means they understood math. I like it. Now, if the multiple cash flows coming to me equally spaced after end of each year, the same cash flow, equal size, we call it annuity. Okay, what do we call it? Annuity.
Annuity.
Annuity, because every annum is exactly the same cash flow I'm receiving. I'm receiving $10,000 in every December of each year. So this is called annuity. Okay. Look, this is an annuity. I'm receiving for 5 years, I'm expecting for 5 years, $700. So at year 1, I'm expecting 700. Year 2, 700. 3, 700. 4, 700. 5, 700. Each one has its own present value because it has different timing. The first year, the n equal to 1, which is the number of period, number of years. The first 700 is worth 648 only. But the second one, the 700 in the second year, they are worth right now, because it's 2 years, 599. The third one, 555. Fourth, blah, 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 and 5, blah, blah, blah. Add them together. All this cash flow, they are worth right now 2,795. Okay.
Okay.
All right. This is the table. This is how he solved it. The first year and year 1, the first year, 700, 1 over to the power 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, calculate them, and the present value of the annuity. We call it annuity because at equal size cash flow coming at end of every year, equal size. So the present value of your annuity is blah, 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 blah. We call this ordinary annuity. We will not go deep because there is something else other than ordinary annuity. We don't know, we don't want to go a bit deeper. Let us be on this level right now. The formula to calculate all of those, instead of doing that 5 times, you can put it, because it's annuity, you can put it with this formula. Don't bother, okay? But this is a shortcut formula, just for your information. You don't have to memorize it, okay? Better to make it this way every year to calculate it. And in order to do that, if you draw the line, this timeline, it will be easier to you. First 700 is worth like much. Second, third, fourth, blah, add them together. This is it. This is the easiest way and the most understandable way, because the finance guys, they will use this formula to calculate the present value of this annuity, because it's an equal cash flow. All right. Now, Steel Industries. It's a company called Steel Industries. They manufacture cabinets. Expects to receive the following mixed streams, so they are not equal size. That means they are not annuity, not anymore annuity. Annuity is equal size. This is mixed stream of cash flows over the next 5 years. They are expecting from their customers that much. At end of year 1, they are expecting 11,500. Year 2, 14. 3, 12,900. 4, 16,000. And in year 5, they're expecting $18,000. What is the present value of this mixed stream?
How much the percent?
I like that. How much is the percent? I like your question. We will come to the percent next slide. The percent is 8%. I'm talking about here future value of a mixed stream. Okay. Let us talk about the future value of mixed stream. They are expecting 11 first year, 14, 12, 16, 18. What is the future value of those mixed stream? You see, the easiest way to do it is to what? Draw a timeline from year 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Year 1, you are calculating the future value, not the present value, future value, which is equal to present value, which is the present value of the 11,500 multiplied by 1 plus the 8% to the power n, which is 1.
It will be 12,420, not 15.
The 11,500, 11,500, how much is it? If you calculate the future value,
12 something.
how you calculate it? Future value of the 11,500. Tell me the formula. I will know. Where's your mistake?
It's 11.5. Then we'll open the two brackets. 1
Okay.
plus 0.08. On n will be 1 year.
N will be, I told you, after 5 years.
Okay, okay. But this is first year 11.
Yes. Because when I receive the 11,500, I will put them in the bank. So after 5 years, how much it will be?
One minute.
I'm waiting because there is a trick in here.
87 447 87 447.
This is for the whole present values.
Yes.
I like your question, but you made a small mistake. Do you want to know why?
Okay.
I will hear from, please let me hear from someone else to ask me why.
Yes,
Just
please.
came with me 16,897.
15.
16,897.
How many years you make it?
For 11.5, I count for 5 years.
I like that. Here is your mistake. That's why I told you draw the timeline from year 1 to year
Sorry.
5. How many periods you have?
4.
Exactly. It's not 5. I told you by end of 5 years at year 0, but I'm not receiving anything in year 0. In year 1, I'm receiving 1 after 1 year. So this is my next question. This is compounded how many years?
4 years.
4 years. Put the n equal to 4. How much it will be?
Number correct, 15.6.
Yes. Did you know the trick now?
Yes, yes.
You got the trick? Everyone, I want everyone to say yes.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. That's why we draw a timeline. The timeline will help you how many periods. Though I told you 5 years, but I told you 5 years from year 0 that where I got nothing. At the end of year 1, I'm receiving the 11. I'm putting them in the bank. And at end of 02, I'm receiving the 14. At the end of year 3, I'm receiving the 12. So the 2, how many periods? 1, 2, 3 periods. And the 12,900, I'm going to put them in the bank for only 2 periods. And the 16 for 1 period. And the 15, the 5, the 18 at year 5, it's exactly 18 because I did not put it in the bank. There's no year. This is the end of the 5th year. Got it? Please say we got it.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Thank you. So I'm giving you the formula and the tricks and the questions. So this is how you should think.
Can
Carries
we go
complex.
back?
Yeah, tell me.
Go back to the main question, first slide.
All right. What's your
Look,
question?
the previous one, not this one, not the graph.
Is it this one?
Yeah, here not mention about end of year. And if I receive this question, how I will estimate?
Here, there is no question. Here, he is telling you an information that this company is expecting to receive over the next years that cash flow. And the question is in the next slide, in this one. If steel industries expects to earn at least 8%, how much will it accumulate by end of year 5? Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Okay, here. Faris Company, a shoe manufacturer, has been offered an opportunity to receive the following mixed stream of cash flows over the next 5 years. Still, we did not ask the question. In year 1 and end of year 1, he's expecting $400, to 800, 5, 400, 300. Okay. Now, the question here, if the firm must earn at least 9% on its investments, what those cash flows are worth right now? This is easy. We solved many of this type. So we draw a timeline. At year 1, the 400 is worth 366 because 9% is the interest rate. And at year 2, the 800 is worth that much. 5, 3, 4, 5, 300. The 300 at year 5 is worth 195. The present value of all of those is 1,904. Is it clear?
Yeah, yeah.
In
Again.
the previous slide, the 5th year, it remained the same value.
Yes, you know why? Because
But-
I'm discounting to the present, to year 0.
Yeah, but in this slide, no, it changed.
The present value, how many period, this 300 after year 5, how many periods we have to year 0? 1,
4,
2, 3, 4, and 5.
5.
I'm calculating the present value at year 0 at right now.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
You see the trick now. That's why we draw a timeline. We start with 0 and go all the way to calculate how many periods. Okay?
Okay.
In math, we write it PV. This is the formula. I don't want to go through this formula because it's complicated. This is for the math inclined people. By the way, I uploaded on your drive a article I wrote myself. It's called Time Value of Money. So before you sleep, please print this article, read it, and remember me.
Okay.
I'm retired now, and this is how I make my money. Okay, guys? That's why it's very important to you. Now, facts on compounding for more frequent period in a year. What if a bank, this is a question to you. What if a bank told you that the interest rate on your credit card is just 2% a month? How much is it annually? This is my question to you. I need an answer, please.
2% into 12, 24.
24%.
No, based on the amount will be counted. Like for example, I have 10,000. First month gone 1,000. 9,000 will be counted for 2% for the next month. 8,000 for the next, and so on.
No, my question is, the banks nowadays in UAE, they send you SMSs and they will tell you, take a credit for just 2% a month. Aren't you receiving these messages from the bank? Take a loan or on your credit card. Use your credit card and pay on installment for just 2% a month. So what is the annual rate?
As my friend said, 24.
24. You and your friend are wrong. Ask me why.
Why?
127.
It's around 26, 27. Yes. Why? Because there is an interest on the interest. The first month is 2%, right? The second month is 4% plus the 2% of the first month. The third month is 6% plus the 2% on the previous months. So there is an interest on the interest. You got it? He is charging you 2% every month. The next month, if you did not pay, he will charge you 2% on the first month and 2% on the 2 months together, the interest on the interest.
Yes, I said, that's why I said it's based on the amount you paid or no, it will be accumulated.
It will be accumulated. So the interest rate is not 24%. It's more, it's around 26 or 27. You see how banks makes their money? That's why they are.
So interest of interest.
Exactly. Exactly. That's why how banks they make their money. That's why they are pushing you for a loan. That's why they are giving you the credit card for free. Every credit card in the beginning, in the old days, you should pay 500 dirhams for the credit card annual charge. They are giving it you for free just to use the 2% every month, the interest on the interest. And they are giving you, they will not tell you 24, 26 a year. 26 a year, you will escape. They will tell you 2% a month. You will read 2% and you will not recognize the month. Okay?
Yes.
Yes. All right. I linked 2 slides together. So it's not 2 times 12, it's not 24. Consult my recommended reading material, time value for money. You will know why. And you will know how much is it. Okay? Before you sleep, read the time value of money and you will know everything about it. Now I linked 2 slides together. Let us continue with the module 6. Capital budgeting. So you have the base now. This is what finance managers think of. All right. What are our learning goals? To learn the 3 investment techniques, investment appraisal. If he is going to buy a machine, or he's going to buy a building, or he's going to buy anything, he will calculate what is his worth, his money is worth right now. Okay. Revision, time value of money. We already saw this. I'm expecting stream of cash flows in the future. The present value of the money is that much. Any question on this slide?
No.
No question or no what?
It's clear.
It's clear.
Idea, good idea.
All right. The present value of a mixed stream, 400, 800, 500, 400, blah, 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 blah. The present value of those is that much. We already have seen that. This is the formula. Now, let us talk about capital budgeting. We talked about the budgeting, putting the budget last session. All right. We said incremental or preferential or zero based or active based or priority based, whatever. Now, how do they prepare? They will divide any expenditure. They will, it's one of two types, either capital expenditure, we call it CapEx. We already talked about CapEx, by the way, but just to refresh your memory, CapEx means capital expenditure, something you are buying a capital, an asset, a car, a computer, something fixed assets that stays with you for more than 1 year. We call it CapEx, capital assets, capital expenditure. And if you are paying something for 1 year, within 1 year, they listed them in the records as operational expenses, like salaries. This is operational. We need a copybook, operational. We need pencils. We need to Pepsi for our clients. We need to buy coffee for our clients. These are operational. We are paying electricity every month. Within 1 year, everything within 1 year, they register it as operational expense. Anything they are buying fixed asset, they record it as capital expenditure. Means this is an expense, but it's in the capital. It's recorded in our records as fixed assets. This is, we studied this last session. Now, capital budgeting techniques. We gonna use the value of money for those techniques. Basma company is a medium-sized metal fabricator that's currently contemplating 2 projects. It has 2 projects. She's thinking of 2 projects. Basma has thinking of 2 projects. She has project A, requires an investment to pay right now.
Excuse me.
Yep.
Are you sharing with us that slides? Because I see only the previous slides.
You are seeing only, okay. Let me share the, okay, so I linked them together, but it did not show. Thank you for your note, my dear. Let me stop the share and share it again, all right?
Okay,
please
thank you.
bear with me for 1 minute.
Yeah, okay.
Are you seeing the screen right now?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Thank you for your note. I thought it will work in Zoom because it was working in Microsoft Teams. No problem. Basma company is a medium-sized metal fabricator that's currently contemplating 2 projects. The first project, we call it Project A. The initial investment, they have to pay $42,000. And Project B requires an initial investment of $45,000 right now to pay them. Now, which project she should choose? Let us say, let us go into the ways of finance managers. How do they think of things? All right. The first way of doing that we call it payback period. What is a payback period? Payback period, it's the how many years I require to recover my 42,000s. That the ones I paid right now. Look at the screen now. Project A, we have, it cost me at year 0, my initial investment, 42,000 years. I'm expecting cash flows, 14 the first year, from the project, 14 second year, 14 third year, 14 fourth year, and 14 fifth year. And project B, it will cost me $45,000, but I'm expecting cash flow from project B, 28 the first year, 12 the second year, 10 the third year, 10 and 10. Okay. So which project should Basma choose? The management of Basma company should choose. Which one? What do you think?
First one, because 42 will worth 28. The second one, 45, will worth 15. 25, sorry.
Okay, let us see the first way to do that. Let us check, we call it payback period. It means how many years I require to recover my money. Let us
Both the same.
So, sorry?
Both the projects the same period of time.
Both projects the same period of time. Let us see. The
Okay.
payback method is the amount of time required for a firm to recover its initial investment in a project as calculated from cash flows. Very easy. So let us see. Project A in year 1 is giving 14. So at end of year 1, I have 14. At end of year 2, I have another cash flow 14. So the sum is equal to 28. Correct?
Yes.
Year 3, I'm expecting another 14. The sum is 42,000. So at year 3, I recovered my 42,000. So the payback period is how many years?
3 years.
3 years.
Okay. 3 years.
Second one,
So
2.5.
at year 3, I recover the 42,000. So I achieve my target. I return back my money.
Yes.
So year number 4 and number 5, this is okay, my profit. Yes.
Yes, my profit. But my question is when I would recover my money.
Three
The
years.
project B, boss. Project B, this is the best option because the year number 3 in the mid, I will achieve the 50%, which is covering the 45,000.
Right. Very simple.
Because
Yeah, but,
the payback is 2.5 years, and the first
Ah.
project 3 years.
100% correct.
But the worth it from 42, 28,000 here. If I count, and the period between 2.5 and 3 years is not big.
Between 3 and 2.5, it's not big. Yeah, but for
And
the
that
company,
income for
each
42
month worth for any firm, each day counts. So the payback period 2.5 years is better than
3 years.
the payback 3 years. All right.
Yes.
All right. So if I pay 45 right now, I will recover them after 2.5 years. If I pay 42,000 right now, I'll get them after 3 years. So definitely I will choose the project B. Correct?
Yes, boss, correct.
All right. Write down in your paper that project B is better. Did you write it down?
Yes.
Did you?
Yes, okay.
Good.
Yes.
In fact, this method is arbitrary and subjective because we now quarrel 2.5 is better than 3 or 3 is better than 2.5. Let us see why it is arbitrary. I have a project X and project Y. All right. Project X will cost me $10,000 and project Y cost me $10,000, the same amount. But from project X, I'm expecting year one, 5,000, 100, 100. And project Y, 3,000, 4,000, 343. So the payback period for project X is 2 years, and the payback period for project Y is 3 years.
Yes.
Which project is more suitable?
Project Y, because the high income, high investment.
No. Project
Bring it
X
back.
is
Okay, project X book because 2 years.
Think about also the return money. For example, I bet in budget X. The money came back in 2 years, but the interest 1,200.
Wait, we are not talking about interest right now. We are talking about the payback period. They don't recognize interest.
Okay, it's project
Okay.
X, it's 2 years.
Exactly. I will recover in 2 years' time. Fine. Let us take this question. Samira Miss. They have project gold and project silver. The first one is $50,000. The second one is $50,000. At year one, project gold gives us 5,000, and this one gives us 4,000. Year two, 5,000, and this is 2. At year 3, 40,000, and blah, 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 blah. So what is the payback period for project X, for project gold and project silver?
What's the limit 3?
Okay. Which one to choose?
Project silver.
Silver.
Silver, because okay, at the level 3, I will achieve my 50,000, which is 40 plus 2,000 plus 8,000.
No, project silver, because 80% from my money will go back for first year.
Yes, this is the correct question. Correct answer. Because there is uncertainty here. Though you are expecting
40,000,
after 1 year, you might not get it.
Yes.
All right.
Because
So,
it's 40,000,
they-
yes.
Yes. The first year I'm getting 80% of my money. Let's go for it. Yes. So we don't count the payback period. That's why here you have arbitrary and subjective. The manager might tell you, no, dear, even the 40,000 is uncertain. Let us choose another way. All right. Here, the first cash flow of 40,000 has less uncertainty than the cash flow in third year, because the cash flow in third year here is 40, and project silver, we have in the very first year expecting 40. So let us go for the less uncertainty. We don't know after 2 years what will happen.
Yeah.
That's why decision is subjective. And payback period, though it's been followed by some people, some firms, but it does not give the right answer. Why it doesn't give the right answer? Someone talked about something and I told him, stop it right now. Do you remember what is it?
About interest, you mean?
Yes. They are ignoring the interest rate. They are ignoring the time value of money. That's why the best way to do it is to calculate the present value. Okay.
Maybe because the interest will be increased after
Yes.
1, 2 years, 3 years, you don't know.
Yes. Because the $40,000 that I'm expecting the next year, they are worth now 38.
Yeah.
After 3 years, maybe it will be 36 or 37.
Exactly.
Yeah, probably, yeah. It will be 36 or 37.
That's
no?
why the payback period is really nothing. It's not the right way to do things. Let us talk about the net present value method. Using Basma Data Company, we will calculate project A and project B. Let us calculate them. The percentage, what is the percentage here? Cost of capital?
10%.
10%. Okay? Fine. Let us calculate. Project A, we paid 42,000. That's why we have negative here. It means we paid out, not cash flow coming, cash flow out, cash out. All right, outflow. So we paid minus 42,000, and then we are expecting 14. The present value of the first 14 and the second, third, fourth, blah, 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 calculate them at the rate of 10, the present value will come 53,071. Okay? What is the net present value? Net present value, it means my initial investments minus the 53.
Oh, the difference 11,071. Okay.
Exactly.
42, 53,071 minus 42,000.
Yes.
Hmm.
Now in project B, the same thing. I paid 45,000. I'm expecting those cash flows. The present value of those cash flows is blah, 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 blah. Right now. So the net present value, the total is 55. 55 minus 45, how much is the net present value?
10,924.
1.9.
So which project should I choose?
Project A.
A.
Financially A.
Which one you wrote in the beginning for the payback?
Project B.
Exactly. So
This is for the period, and financially, yes, project A, because I will gain 11,071.
yes, this is what the
Mathematics.
mathematics, and this is what the financial managers do.
Yeah.
All of them. They don't use the payback period because they ignore the time value of money. Okay. Calculate how much is it right now. Banks are giving 10%. Do we understand that?
Yes, doctor. Yeah.
Yes.
It gives
yes.
different result because the net present value. Okay. So the net present value formula is what? Minus investment outlay, which I paid, plus all the present value of the cash flows. Okay. If NPV is positive, if the result NPV is positive, accept the project. If the net present value is negative, reject the project. This is the formula. Is this clear?
Yes.
Thank you, my lady. I need the other guys to say yes as well.
Net present value is positive, accept. Net present value negative, reject. Okay, yes.
Yes. In the previous one, both are positive, but which one is greater?
A.
A.
Exactly. Yes. We go to the greater, to greater net present value, to greater gain. Okay. Take this example. ABC company is considering investing in a project involving an initial cash outlay for an asset of $200,000. There is an equipment, a machine. The price of the machine right now is $200,000. The cash flows from the project are expected as follows. In year one, $75,000, and it will cost me operations and maintenance and the blah, blah, outflow of $30,000. In year two, I'm expecting incoming cash flow, 90,000, but it will cost me another 40. 145, blah, 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 blah. Will the firm accept the project if the cost of capital is 10%? The discount factors in year one is that much. Year two, year three, year four, year five. Is the question clear?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So in year one, what is the cash flow I'm receiving?
Sorry, the
We
outflow,
consider
doctor?
the inflow. We will consider it as the cash flow.
The inflow is a cash flow. The outflow is a payment that it will cost me. But the net cash flow, how much is it?
We will
First year, I think $40,090.
45,000.
We will subtract
Subtract.
inflow from the
Because
outflow.
I'm something coming to me, but it will cost me that much for maintenance. So what is the net remaining with me? Subtraction.
45,
Yes.
but
45. And year two,
45.
and year 250.
40,000.
Yes, exactly. And the rest. Fine. Let us see if the company will accept the project or not. The net cash flow for year one, you see the table that I drew. At year one, inflow, outflow, and the net cash flow is 45,000. What is the discount factor on year one? 0.9091, which is one, those discount factors. Okay. The cash flow multiplied by the discount factor, the year one, 75,000, the $45,000, their present value is 40.910. Correct?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
And for the rest of years, the total is 179.
Will be minus.
Exactly. The net present value is minus 200,000 plus all the present values. I will get minus 20. We don't accept the project. No, don't buy the machine.
So the net value 200,000, which is equal 179,000, which
The
is loss,
present
okay, around 21,000, okay, as a loss.
Yes. It
Okay.
means after 5 years, I will be losing
Yeah.
20.5. If I put my 200,000 in the bank, they will give me much better return.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's why don't accept the project.
179, okay. Yeah.
Better to invest elsewhere. So the higher the NPV, the better the project.
Yeah, we are there.
Okay,
Yes.
fine. Net present value formula is all the present values together of all the cash flows minus the initial investment. So NPV equal to present value of all discounted cash flows minus initial investment. This is the formula. NPV equal minus CF0, CF0 at year zero, the cash flow at year zero, which is negative, I paid. And all the rest I'm expecting, cash flow 1, cash flow 2, cash flow 3, cash flow 4, blah, 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 discounted at rate R, which is the percentage. Okay?
Yes, okay.
If net present value is positive, accept the project. Fine.
Doctor, just
Yeah.
1 second for the previous page for the result,
Yes.
please. Yes. Minus that. Okay. Yes, clear. Thank you.
You're welcome, man. Now, decision criteria, if the NPV is equal or greater than 0, accept the project. If NPV is less than 0, reject the project. Okay? This is what the finance managers do. They go for NPV, net present value of money. Now, there is a third way. We call it internal rate of return. Okay? What is the internal rate of return? The internal rate of return is the discount rate at which the NPV will be exactly 0. You draw the formula. NPV is equal to minus 250 plus blah, 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 blah. Put NPV is equal to 0 here and calculate what it will come. Assume we do have the following equation, this one. NPV is equal to minus 250, 60 plus 1 plus R to the power 1, 65 cash flow, second year, power year 2. In year 3, I'm expecting 85,000. In year 4, I'm expecting 91. All right. Now assume What is the rate of return that could make the net present value equal to 0? We
Zero.
cannot calculate it ourselves. Only Excel can do it. Now in Excel, if you fill up cells A1 to A5 with minus 250, 60, 65, 85, 91.
As a formula, which is
Exactly.
equal RRI, A cell A1, A5 would be less than 7%.
Exactly. We call this the rate of return, internal rate of return. Now, if the internal rate of return is greater than what the bank is giving you, accept it. Okay?
Doctor, you have an example for this? Because I didn't get it very well.
Yes. Do you understand this formula?
Yeah, I understand the formula.
Okay.
Yes.
What we should put are, what number we should, what is the rate, which percentage I put for R to give me 0 here. What do? I put 0 and I will check what is R. Humans, they will try to put 1%. No, doesn't work. 2%, no. 3, 4, 5, 6, blah, blah, blah. Computers, they calculate much better than us. That's why we cannot do it ourselves. Excel excels in it. You write in Excel from A1 to A5, put these values, 250, 60, 65, 85, 91, and make a cell, tell him I equal IRR, internal rate of return of those values. He will calculate the rate of return for you. He will give you 7%.
Okay.
All right. So what is the idea behind this? Why IRR? If you have two projects, project 1 costs you 250,000 with NPV 30,000. Project 2 is giving you 390 with NPV 46. Which one to choose?
Project A,
Why?
because I will pay less.
No, they are both positive.
We need to calculate the IRR.
Exactly. Make NPV equal 0 and check it out. You will get the IRR. When you get the IRR, if IRR is greater than what the bank gives you, accept the project. If IRR less than the cost of capital, reject the project. And you choose the higher IRR among them. So the return to you, percentage annual return, annual rate to you, it will be the higher return.
Okay, doctor, 250 minus 30,000, which is 220.
No.
The IRR.
My dear, 30,000 is net present value.
MBV.
The NPV. I did not give you the cash flows.
We need
How many
to
years?
calculate through Excel.
Exactly.
We can calculate
You
it by
calculate
ourselves.
through Excel if I give you the cash flows. Here, I did not give you cash flows. I give you a problem. Why to use IRR? To use IRR, we use it only when both net present value are positive. Then I'll go for IRR. Check it out. Okay.
First project, the percent will be 8.33. The second one will be 8.47.
How did you calculate it, my dear? I did not give you the cash flows here.
Based on the MBV.
The NPV, net present value of many cash flows that I did not give it to you. In order to make it, you need the cash flows. I give you the cash flows per year and make NPV equal 0. Then go to Excel, tell me IRR, make NPV equal to 0 and calculate the internal rate of return. Like here. Here are the cash flows. make the NPV 0, and you will check what is the rate of return. IRR equal to the investment outlay plus the present value of all those cash flows. I did not give you here the cash flows for the 390. Okay, I'm just giving you an example one to use IRR. Okay. Hello, guys. It seems you need a break. Guys, are you with me?
Yes,
Yes.
but we are doing the
Yes.
calculation on the Excel.
All right, fine. All right, guys, let us now it's what time is it with you? 8:45.
Yes.
Okay, what time we will be back?
9 would be fine.
So you are taking 17 minutes. Fine with me? Because
Okay.
what is
But-
left is not that much for this
Okay.
session. Okay, guys. It was very interesting session, and you will use it. And before you sleep tonight or tomorrow or after tomorrow, whatever, next week, read My Time Value of Money. You will learn more. Okay?
Okay.
أول سيشن. ايه لانه بديش اقطع الحديث من النص. Hello. Are you back, guys? Are you seeing the screen right now? Hello.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Module 7. Is it module 7 you are saying? Introduction to economics. Okay. Hello, guys. Are you seeing introduction to economics?
Yes, doctor.
Yes, thank you. I said earlier that economics and politics and finance, they are intertwined together. And no finance manager is not aware of the economic situation around him. That's why the three sciences are three social sciences that really intertwine together. Now, we finished with finance. The main topics in finance that you should know as managers, you are already have an idea about that. Three statements of in the annual reports, which is the balance sheet, the P&L, profit and loss, and the cash flow statement. And now you came to know the time value of money. You came to know how to appraise investment projects with the ways of payback, the net present value, and the IRR. And now we are shifting to another science called the economics, and we're gonna know about economics for managers. Okay. Economics. Economics, it's a social science concerned with production, distribution, consumption of goods and services. This is it. Before you open up, if you make you start a startup, okay, you will decide what you're gonna produce, to whom you're gonna sell, and to whom for how much. And in fact, these are decision-making science. What you're gonna do? It studies how families, individuals, and businesses, and governments, and nations, even governments, make their choices and how to allocate resources. This is everything about, they go into the domain of economics. Economics is decision-making science and is divided into two main branches: microeconomics, which focuses on individuals and families and households, and macroeconomics, which is, it focuses on countries. Okay, that's why when you talk about countries, you are talking about macroeconomics. And when you're talking about the price of this product, the price of the phone, the price of the glass of water, the price of the pack of cigarettes, it's microeconomics. All right. They are the decisions made by individuals, what to buy and what not to buy. Because if it comes to humans would like to own everything. However, the resources are really scarce. Your salary is limited. So you have to prioritize your needs. You have to know what you have to buy this month and what to buy next month. And that's why, and all depends on the price. If you are starting a startup business, you will decide on where do I put my business, whom I'm gonna employ, and what the product I'm gonna manufacture, and what is the price of this product. Okay. Now we call those factors of production, which is the land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship. And the price of this product, who will determine the price? Let me give you an example. If you plan to open up a business, how do you price your product? What you have to do is extremely easy: to see a similar product and how it's priced, to check the market, how much people they can afford to buy your product. Okay, if you are opening up a business that it's really not needed, you will close second day. It should be needed by people and it should be bought by people. But how much the price? You will compare it to the price around, and this will depend on the supply. And all right. Any question to those points? Is this clear? All we're gonna talk now in this part is jargons about economics, and it's I will do it in plain English. You heard a lot about supply and demand. Okay, supply what, demand what, demand of which product and supply of which product. Okay, let us see what are the rules. The resources, as we said, it's scarce resources. Every one of us wants to have a diamond ring, an iPhone, a nice building, nice furniture, blah, blah, blah. However, our resources are really scarce, are limited. You have a salary, I do have a salary. I cannot buy everything I need. I want a jet, private jet, but I cannot. That's why it depends what I can buy. What I'm talking right now, it's household. Household, I mean families. How do they make their decisions, what to buy and what not to buy? They belong to the microeconomics. We are not talking about countries. When we talk about countries, we started talking about macroeconomics, about families and the normal real life of sell and buy and sell. We are talking about microeconomics. Now, what are the basic questions? What to produce, how to produce it. You need capital, you need labor, you need land, and for whom you are targeting. And it's not a matter of marketing. No, how to price our product. They belong to the economics, science of economics. Welcome to the economics for manager part, managerial economics. Managerial economics assists the managers of firm in decision making and taking rational solutions of obstacles. It makes use of microeconomics theory and concepts. What are the concepts and theory of microeconomics? The main core of microeconomics is the supply and demand. Is this clear to you? Guys, are you hearing me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Is this clear to you? You are hearing a lot about supply and demand. If you want to manufacture something, you have to check the demand, how much demand on it. If you are opening up a bakery, you need to know how much the demand on your bread that you're gonna manufacture. If you need to manufacture phone, you need to know what is the demand on your phone. And depends on that, you will supply, from your side, the supply. Okay, the demand is from the customer side and the supply is from the company side, from the firm side. Okay, there are rules of supply and demand. What are the rules? We will study them just after few slides. However, before this, I will give you an example of price elasticity. What is price elasticity of demand? It is the sensitivity of the demand to a change in price. Let me give you an example. The formula for the elasticity, to measure elasticity, is the percent of a change in demand divided by the percent of change in price. If elasticity is less than 1, we call it inelastic. If the elasticity is more than 1, we call it elastic. What all of this help us in doing what? We will come to an example to understand it the way we like. Firm XYZ is pricing its mobile phone 1,000 dirhams and was selling monthly 500 phones. Now, it planned to increase the phone price to 1,200. However, if the price increases, what would happen? The expected monthly sales will drop to 400 because 100 out of this 500 customers, they will start to say, no, this is got expensive. I don't want it anymore. And the expected is 400 to be sold. So at a price of 1,000, I was selling 500 phones. Now I am planning to increase the price to 1,200. However, I'm expecting 400 to buy my phones. Should I go with my plan to increase the price or not? This
No.
is the main question. Tell me.
No, because the return of 1,200 will be 480,000, but for the 1,000 will be 500.
We should calculate the elasticity first.
We should calculate
Of
the
demand.
elasticity first. We
Of
will
demand.
check how elastic is this product. What is the elasticity? Check it out. Elasticity is equal the change in the quantity divided by the change in price. What is the change in the quantity? How much is it?
100.
100. From 5 it dropped to 4. 100 divided by the change in the price from 1,000 to 1,200, so 200. So it is 0.05. It's less than 1. It's inelastic. Increase the price. The rule is, if it is inelastic, it is insensitive to price increase. It does not, it's not affected. Okay? That's why this is how firms they study. Do they increase the price or they don't increase the price? Check the elasticity. All right. If it is inelastic, means no price sensitivity exists, then increase the price. Okay. What is the result of this example? Companies producing goods with inelastic demand can increase revenue by raising prices, while firms producing goods with elastic demand can increase revenue by lowering prices. Okay. Is this example easy to you?
Yes.
Exactly. I remember Ittihad newspaper in Abu Dhabi was priced for 1 dirham. And immediately they said, now it's 2 dirhams. But before they increased their price, they studied the elasticity. They found out that it is inelastic, increase the price. Because I stopped buying Ittihad, but some other people, they continued. So if 50% stopped, it's exactly the same. They saved a lot of money. How? They increased, they got the same revenue with less quantity printed and less costs. Did you get it?
Yes.
All right. However, the product type plays a big role. Why? If it is urgent to take it, price elasticity doesn't care, that does not matter. Why? Like what? Like the gas, the fuel, oil in the petrol station. If they increase the price of the price per liter, you will still buy it because you need it, right? So those type of products, they do not make price elasticity. Why? Because there are no substitutes. They increased the price of Ittihad newspaper, but they studied the move. Why? Because there is Al Bayan, there is Al Khalij, there are other newspapers. Okay, but if they increase the car gas, prices, the price per petrol, per fuel, you don't have otherwise. You will pay it. So it's not affected by price elasticity. Demand is still there. There are no substitutes. However, if there are some substitutes, which is, by the way, it's gonna be with electric vehicles, they will study the matter. Is this clear?
Yes.
Thank you. Now, introduction to positive and negative relationship, constructing a graph. Managers, they will ask you, prepare me a report. You as a manager, you ask your people, give me a report on what do we have. If he starts telling you text, blah, 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 we're going to increase, we're going to blah, 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 you don't have time to read all this text. That's why they made charts. One image is worth one picture is worth 1,000 words. Okay. The charts, we need to know how to read the charts. This is to you guys, you are Excel guys, you know Excel, how to operate with Excel. You know how to make a chart in Excel. You know, look, for example, with this figure, to me, we call it a pie chart. Okay, I can know that the blue line, the blue color here, this first quarter, immediately without reading any text from this picture, I can deduce that, well, our sales in first quarter is much bigger than all other second quarters. All right, no need to know the figures. I knew that the first quarter is it's big. If I put some figures, I will know. So I will know more details. However, from a picture, you can know exactly what is your trend. In this, for example, the bar chart, we have a Mercedes, the A class, and the E class, and the S class. In quarter one, they sold A class that much. And in quarter two, that much. In quarter three, that much. However, in the E class, that much. Immediately, when you look at this figure, if you want to write what is the contents, you write two, 3 pages. You don't have time to understand all that pages. You look at the chart and you will know, wow, the A class in quarter one is very high. And in the E class, the second quarter is very high. So this is how to read charts and diagrams. We call it charts. Any questions on those? These are silly. Any question on those? Guys, any questions on those?
It's clear.
It's clear. From this chart, I can say, well, in second quarter, my S-class sales, wow, they are down. Why? Then I start making decisions. In quarter one, my S-class were very high, very good. Why in second quarter it's low? Get the salespeople, ask them why, what's going on, make some marketing, make some advertisement, make some campaigns. From a picture, I can take a decision. But instead of reading 2, 3, 4 pages, 5 pages, whatever. This is the beauty of charts. Take this time series charts. It's not a bar chart and it's not a pie chart. It's a relationship between your salary in August and your expenses, which is the expenses in brown. The salary is in orange. Okay, this is your salary throughout the year, from August all the way. And those are your expenses. Okay. The chart gives you an idea. Are they related? Are they related?
Yes.
They are related. And you can immediately, without reading, you will know in February, well, your expenses went down while your salary is high. So what's happened in February? Immediately you can take a decision, and you will notice immediately as well, in August, your expenses were more than your salary. You start asking why. So you are taking decision based on chart. You see, the graph always gives you the full picture. That's why they tell you, give me the full picture. And if your manager asks you for a report, draw them a chart. They will like it. Okay. It saves them time, and it saves them reading. It saves them a lot. They will understand what's going on. Now, are they in sync? Yes, they are in sync. And we call those positively related. Why? When your salary increases, look at this salary in October. Your salary increases, all right? Your expense increases. When it goes down, your expense goes down. It goes more down, your expense is more down. So they are related together. We call this positively related variables. We are studying salary and we are studying expense. They are positively related. Can you give me an example of a negatively related variables? Hello? Hello? Can you give me example of a negatively related variables? If something goes up, the other goes down. Can you give me two variables that if one goes up, the other goes down? Any idea? Are you hearing me in the first place?
Yes, we can hear you, but I can't think about negative variables.
Okay. Can I help you?
Sure.
All right. If your salary is high, your debt, your loans are less.
True.
Exactly. If you are healthy, means you are not smoking. Correct? This is how they make, is this positively related or negatively related? Okay, is this clear?
Yes.
All right, let us take another type of chart. It's called the scattered plot. It gives you also the relationship. Better, in fact, better than this one. This is clear. But in economics, they always use that, this one, the scatter. Let us check for years of education and the weekly earnings. Now, if you have 9 years, 0.4 months education, you are getting 550 earnings dollars. If you have 9.6, you are getting 550, more than 550. 600 minus. If you are having 9.8 years of education, your weekly earnings gets higher, and blah, 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 etc. So sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down, not always positive. It's up and down. We call this scatter plot. At this year of education, you get this one. At this year of education, you get this monthly salary, blah, 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 etc. Now, is this positively related or not positively related? What do you see here from this graph? It's
Not positively. Not positively.
Not positive. Here in this
There
scattered
is no
graph,
consistency.
there is no consistency. You are right, 100%, no consistency. However, what the economists do, all of them, what do? They check the trend. The trend is that much, it's going high. So at year of education 10.8, you have high weekly earnings. Although some are down, but the trend from bottom to up is really going up. Okay, if this is the trend, it means the slope is going up. This is the trend. That's why economists, they always tell you about statistics. Statistically, it has been shown that there is a relation between this and that, and the trend is that much. Did you get it? Is this clear?
Yes.
The economists, they go for trend. What is the trend? Like that. So if you increase the interest rate, the depositors, they are more. The trend is really high. That's why we call the slope. This is the slope. The slope is the level of inclination. If it is like that, it's very high. Like that, little high. Like that, high. Like that, well, it's not related. It stays the same. All right. The more is up, it is positively related. This is the slope. It's the degree of the inclination of the line, of the trend. All right. And this is the positive relationship. This is how it goes. Whenever you increase the x, y increases. It is positive slope. And the negative slope, if you increase the x, if the y goes down, it means the negative slope will be backwards, like that. Like the example of your debts and your salary. Okay, we knew about 2-3 jargons. Is it okay for you now?
Yes.
All right. Let me share my last presentation right now. Okay, stay with me, please. Can you see my screen now? The last presentation for today.
Yes.
All right. Everything is easy. I told you from the very beginning of this session, it's easy. The first time you go through the time value of money, things are peanuts. Now, the laws of supply and demand. We talked about the supply and demand a lot. Let us know what are the supply and demand. What are the rules for that? The law of demand states, as prices rise, quantity demanded will fall. Why? Because people will avoid buying the same product. This is the law. If the price of the product increases, the quantity will fall. This is de facto. Why? People and consumers, they will stop buying. Not all of them, but some of them will stop buying. The quantity, it won't be the same. Now, the law of supply, what is it? The law of supply belongs to the firms, not to individuals, because the demand is from the people, from consumers, from individuals. However, the supply is coming from the firms and producers and manufacturers. They have another law. As the price rise, the quantity supplied will rise. Why? We should make more revenues. Everybody here, everyone has his own logic. The people will refrain from buying. However, the firms will start increasing the supply. Why? Because the prices rise. we will get more money, all right, for more prices. Now, what is the market demand curve? The curve for consumers. Generally, it's like that. As the prices rise, demand contracts. Okay, this is the price here, P1. It was very high. It goes down to P2, the demand increases. The other way around, I will make it. At P2, there were a lot of quantities purchased. When the price increases, goes up, less quantities increase. So the demand line, it goes like that, negative slope. Is this understood?
Can you repeat it again, please?
Okay. Suppose I have in P2, I am here. What is the quantity? It was a lot here, right?
Yes.
If the price increases, the quantity will go down because the law is as the price rises, demand contracts shrinks, decreases. So the demand will decrease, the quantities will decrease. If you were buying 20, the price, when the price increases, then you start buying 10 only. So as per the law of demand, the slope of the demand that goes like this. When price rise, demand contracts, goes backwards. Is this clear?
Yes, yes.
All right. Now, this is the demand. If at the same price, the quantity increased, the demand line shifts forward at the same price. For example, last month you were buying quantity 1, and at the same price, a lot of people start buying. So it was the demand line was drawn here. Now it becomes here because at the same price, the quantity is increased with the same price. So the line, the demand line was here. Next month, the demand line was here. It going shifted. Now, what helps in shifting the demand line? Increase in the salaries. You start buying more. Reduction on taxes. You start buying more. Rise in the price of substitutes. So the others are expensive. You start buying more of the same product. A fall in the price of complements. Complements are the materials that really complements the product. For example, if you have a printer and ink, ink is the complement of the printer. If the price of the ink cartridge goes down, immediately the demand goes up. And if the price of the ink goes up, the quantity contracts. Why they start, but people will not buy that printer. Is it understood? Guys, you were active last session. Let us make it active the whole session now. Did you understand this?
For me, no. I'm a little confused about the shifting.
The shifting. Okay.
Yeah.
If you have this month you have here the D1 line. Okay. Suppose you have rise in the population. Will people buy more?
Yes.
Exactly. They will buy more quantities. So the demand line goes forward, increases.
Okay.
All right. If they reduce the taxes, it will increase. If they increase your salary, you will buy more. So the demand line of being here, he shifted here. It changes as per the many factors. The factors and causes for the market demand, it's by salaries, taxes, price of substitutes, price of complements, the consumer taste, the fashion design, the advertising of the product, a rise in the population. Okay? Is this okay?
Yes, okay.
All right. It contracts the demand one. If it was here and it becomes here, that means it's the inverse. They decrease your salary. There is a recession. They increase the tax. The substitutes of this product, they are really cheaper than you go to other products. It's this vice versa, the other way around. It's the same principle. All right. A fall in population, a war, for example, goes back, demand. So this is the demand line. It's always like that, going to the left. Slope is negative. This is the demand line that belongs to individual and consumers. Okay. Why? Because as per the law, if the price increases, the quantity goes down. Normal. If you are buying, let us take pack of cigarettes. One pack of cigarettes is $20. They increase the pack of cigarettes to $30. Will you still buy this cigarette? This pack? No. You will shift to other product. Is this understood?
Yes.
Yes.
That's why the governments, they increase the prices of alcohol and cigarettes, so they want to shrink the quantity being purchased by people. This is as per the law of demand. Increase the price, the quantity will go down. Fine? Fine?
Fine, yes.
Fine. Now we come to the supply. Supply is a law of the firm, belongs to the firms. When prices increase, let us supply more because we are gaining more revenues. So the P1 is here. We are at this quantity. Prices increase to P2. The quantity is supplied more. They supply more quantity. Why? Because they want to make money, more money. This is the rule of supply. It's exactly the reverse of demand. They are both fighting together. However, we will come to a result right now after a few slides. What makes the supply rise or fall? Fall in the cost of employing factors, fall in the cost of production, fall in gas prices, increase in the resources, okay, of raw materials. If it increases, then the price will increase. Increase in the business optimism, the price will increase. The government pays subsidies, the price will increase. The government cut taxes, the price will, the supply will increase. Many things affects the supply. Supply is always like that. And it could the supply could increase, goes to the right. If they increase your salary, you will start buying more, so the supply goes more. That's why many, if 10 cars are filling up their cars with gas, if there are 20 more cars, the supply will be more. That for just the firms will make more money. This is the rule of supply. Now, what makes the supply fall? If there is a rise in the cost of employing factors, for example, increase the charges of machineries, increase the charges of electricity, increase in charges of shortage of skilled labor. If you have shortage in skilled labor, the supply will go down. All right. Why? Because we don't have skilled laborers. That's why United States always get from India the programmers, because a lot of supply of programmers from India. To keep their supply big, they get the people, the skilled labor. Okay. Now, this is the name of the game from the supply and demand. Who determines the price of the product? We said if the price increases, then the demand goes. But for the firms, if the price increases, the supply will increase. What will define the price is the point of equilibrium here. At this point, we call it equilibrium. This is the demand line, and this is the supply line. If at the same price, the quantity you have, you were buying at $1.75, you were buying 25,000 bushels of soybean. Bushel, it means 8 gallons of soybean. Okay. At the same price, you have excess demand. Many people are really asking for this soybean. They wanted at the same price 50,000 gallons, 50,000 bushels of soybean. What does that mean? Will the price stay the same? No, it will increase. That's why when the demand really increases, immediately the firms increases the price. To what? To the price of equilibrium here, in the point of meeting, point between the demand line and the supply line. Is this understood? Hello, guys, is this understood?
I do hear you, doctor.
All right. You are hearing me, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I'm asking, if you were used to buy soybeans 25,000 gallons at 1.75 and the demand increases to 50,000, will it stays the same price?
If you are asking me, I'm Sally.
Yeah, I
So
know
I'm
your
following
voice.
decision.
I'm
I
asking the
wanted
other
to
guys.
answer, yes.
I'm asking the other guys. I'm asking Ayat, Ahmed, Muhammad.
No, the price should be changed. We should change the price. We should
Exactly.
not.
It will be changed. It will go up. That's why if you have a lot of demand on this type of phone, the price will go up, because the firms will tell you, well, we have a lot of demand, increase the price. And it increases the price to the equilibrium point when the supply is equal to demand. When the supply is equal to demand, at this point, that means there is no excess in demand and there is no shortage in supply.
Okay.
Is this clear, guys?
Yes, for me, yes.
For you,
Yes.
yes. I need
Yes.
to hear from the males.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. This is fact of life that every one of us really is experiencing. In UAE, they increased many things, the price. Okay. Why? Because the demand was more, the population were more, they increased the salaries. There is the Ukrainian war, you have the inflation, you have a lot of many factors. Okay. But the main rule says when the demand increases, the price will go up to the equilibrium. Here is in the fact of excess supply. if you have a price of something at $3, you have a lot of supply, but the demand is low. What will happen to the price?
It should be lowered more.
Exactly,
Yes.
it will go down. It will go down to how much? To the point of equilibrium between the supply and demand. This is the main core of the theory. The meeting point of the supply curve and demand curve is the price of each product. I'll give you an example on this. Where do they meet? A few slides. I will come to this. Now, at equilibrium, quantity supplied is equal to quantity. Who really controls this? It's not the firm and it's not the individual. We call market. The market will decide on this. That's why you cannot say, well, I will put my phone, the price of my phone, $4,000. Nobody will buy it. A lot of supply goes down. But what will determine the price of this phone? The market. Only the market. We call it market forces. In a way, no excess in demand and no shortage in supply. Now, Apple dictates the price, yes, because there is the features of the Apple phone is distinguished, is differentiated, is unique. You cannot buy it from somewhere else. If you like me, you have to buy me whatever I put the price. However, still, market forces controls the price and decides on the price. It depends on the supply and demand. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
This is the equilibrium price. It's the point of the demand curve meeting with the supply curve. Exactly. At this point, the supply is equal to the demand. Nothing, no excess in supply, in demand, and no shortage in supply at this point. This is a table that makes the whole story, summarizes the whole story. The price dollars per bar of chocolate, for example, 50 cents. The quantity demanded 22. Supplied 0. So the shortage of is minus 22. So there is a lot of demand and there is no supply. At price of 1, the quantity demanded is 15, but the quantity supplied is 6. So we have a shortage of supply of minus 9. At price of $1.50, the quantity demanded is 10. The quantity supplied is 10. So there is no shortage or surplus. This is the right price. It's exactly one, no shortage and no surplus. This is the meeting point between the supply and demand. Okay, this is it. Market price is 1.50 when quantity demanded is equal to quantity supplied, or the shortage and surplus are equal to 0. Okay.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right. Okay, now what changes, what factors can change the market price and the quantities? Government can levy indirect tax, like what happens with pack of cigarettes. Okay. Government can subsidize. For example, if you want to fill up your car with gas, you are paying a lot. If the government subsidizes, it means pays portion of these costs, it will lower the price. So the $5 subsidy becomes 10. The more demand is there. That's what's happening in UAE for the families, for UAE families. They are subsidizing. The government is paying portion of the price of the rice, sugar, milk, and all that stuff. That's why for the locals, you have they have in any co-op, they have certain prices for themselves. They can buy subsidized products. Is this clear?
Yes.
Yes. Now, exactly the same applies to wage and labor demand. This is the same, exactly the same supply and demand rules. If I have many programmers in the market, I give a price of 5,000 dirhams a month. However, for the programmer of artificial intelligence, I have to pay many thousands, right? So if there is shortage in supply, the price increases, salary increases, the wage of the good guys, the capable guys increases. That's why every one of us is looking for an area where not a lot of people are really experienced with. That's why you have the soldier salary, 10,000 dirhams or 20,000 dirhams. Anyways, UAE and then the Gulf countries are not an example on that. But take any other country. If everybody can make a soldier, the salary of the soldier is peanuts, right? But because there is no skilled labor, if anybody can be a guard for a building, the salary is peanuts. It depends. The more skilled you are, the higher salary you can demand. All right. This applies to supply and demand. There is no supply, but we need it. So the price goes higher. Is this clear?
Yes.
Yes. Now, the invisible hand. Adam Smith is the very first person who really coined the phrase invisible hand. What is the invisible hand? Invisible hand is the market. It's the market that decides on the supply and demand, the people and the firms. It's not only the people and it's not only the firms. Everybody fights with everyone. However, the market, the need of demand and the supply, we call it the market forces, and Adam Smith called it the invisible hand of the market forces. So market demand supply curve, it's exactly same applies for wage rate, same applies for labor, same applies for everything, supply and demand. That's why both the supply and demand, the idea of supply and demand is the core rule of economics. The very first thing you study in economics, supply and demand, the rule of demand and the rule of supply. And who controls the meeting point? The market, which is the invisible hand, not the firms and neither the individuals. Thank you very much for hearing me. Now 9:05. We finished the session for today and I'm ready for any question that could pop up into your brain. Please shoot.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you.
You are welcome. Did you enjoy this session, guys?
Yes.
Especially the first part.
Yes, yes.
And my advice to you, before you sleep, either tonight or tomorrow, read my time value of money material, reading material. You will really enjoy it because I wrote it in plain English for you guys. And I asked Sally to upload the assignment question. Try to have a look at the assignment question and try to understand what we have done throughout the 3 sessions. The final assignment, your assignment is really uploaded on the shared drive, and try to read it. We will put half an hour to discuss the assignment in session 4, which would be the last session, our last session. Okay. And before discussing the assignment, we will go through 2-3 presentations and we will be done for Finance for Managers. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I'm ready for any questions. It may pop up in your brain now or later. Just shoot. Ready to hear questions, please. Not necessarily on what we talked today. today or last session or the session before? Anything? Any question? Hi guys. Any questions?
No, thank you.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Try to study and learn and enjoy learning. Don't look for the certificate. Look how to learn, because this is your assets in the end, in the very end. This is your asset. This is what you have in your brain. This is the knowledge. Knowledge is power. The more you know, the more powerful you are. All right. This is my advice to you as a retired person. Thank you very much for tonight. And thanks for everyone who attended. And I welcome you next week. Looking eagerly to next week to discuss session 4 and the final assignment discussions. Can I say goodbye, guys?
Thank you, Doctor.
Yes. Thank
Have a
you.
nice night.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Doctor. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Thank
I
you,
hope
Doctor.
you enjoyed it. Thanks. You are welcome. Bye-bye.